Well, it seems that at 11:30, just after 11:30 p.m. last night, a car was driving the wrong way down a main thoroughfare in central Cairo. The Interior Ministry released a video showing the car moving the wrong way down the street slowly. It exits the frame, and then there's a large explosion on the screen. This is the deadliest attack in Cairo in more than 2 years, with at least 20 people dead. The blast was quite large and damaged the National Cancer Institute, which was right in front of the site of the accident. The witnesses have said that a lot of the casualties were people who were camped out in front of the hospital in a shaded waiting area where people often sleep at night if they come from another governorate and waiting for their loved ones or their patients inside who are getting treatment. There appears to have been extensive damage inside the institute itself, with equipment and furniture strewn inside patients' rooms. Dozens of patients who were receiving treatment inside the center have now been transferred to nearby hospitals. There's been smaller bombings over the past few months, usually by roadside devices. Those have taken place more often, targeting security forces, in 2 cases targeting tourists near the pyramids. But car bombs have been far rarer in the capital in the past couple of years.
Indeed, and authorities believe that this wasn't the intended target, that perhaps the car was en route to a different location to carry out the attack, also suggesting that they believe a militant group is the owner of that car. What more can you tell us about who may be behind this attack?
Right. The Interior Ministry claimed that the car involved in the accident had been stolen months earlier in the Nile Delta. It said that the militant group Hassan was planning on conducting a terrorist attack on another target, and that it crashed instead into 3 cars in front of the hospital and blew up. Hassan announced its existence in July of 2016. Its attacks since that time have largely been directed at targets symbolic of the regime or the security forces. We have to also say that Hassan itself denied any responsibility for the attack. In a statement published several hours after the Interior Ministry's claims, the group expressed its condolences for the victims and stated that it's focused its attacks solely on the regime and not on what it called innocent civilians. And no other group has claimed responsibility for the attack so far. So we'll have to see how things develop as the investigation continues and we get information about what happened. But this continues in a mold of attacks that have continued in Egypt over the past several years, the most vicious of which are located in central Sinai, where there's a full-blown insurgency happening in the northern part of the peninsula. But we've seen attacks target high-level government officials, including the public prosecutor in Cairo, in the Nile Delta, and other parts of the country. The President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi called this a cowardly terrorist attack and vowed to crack down on those responsible. So we'll have to see what develops in the days and weeks to come.
Okay, for now, sure.